first black president. So first I'm going to read the oath that he had taken on that day. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We thank all our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with people of our country of what is, after all, common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Never, never, and never again shall it be that beautiful land will again experience oppression of one by another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So these were the original words that Nelson Mandela had spoken in his pledge. Now, first he thanks all the international guests who are taking part in the victory of justice and of human dignity. Now, why he calls it justice and human dignity? For age long, whites had been oppressing the blacks. They were robbing them of humanities, and they were robbing them of human rights. They were not allowed to live peacefully. They were treated as slaves. So when Nelson Mandela says that it is the victory of justice and of human dignity, what he means is that humanity has won over oppression, over slavery. Whites were treating blacks badly. So it is victory of justice, because blacks are now free, and they have their own human dignity, and they have their human rights. They can live as much as human as whites have been living. They can go anywhere they want to. Nobody is going to question them that you cannot be here or you cannot do this. They can do whatever they feel like, and they can live as much as human as whites have been living. So he says that he will follow constitution. He is going to hold to constitution, and he is going to work for his people. And he pledged to free all his people from poverty, suffering, and other kind of discriminations. He also mentions gender discrimination. So he says that I take pledge to free my citizens and my people from poverty and suffering and other kind of pains. Never, and this land, the land of South Africa, is never going to experience oppression of any kind. It is always going to be a free land, which they have achieved now. And then he says they have achieved political freedom. Let freedom rule, he says in the end. Political freedom is they can form their own rules now. They are not bondage to somebody. They are not slaves of someone. They don't have to follow others. They don't have to follow whites. They are going to follow their own culture, their own rights, their own values. and they are free to believe in their own cultural values, and nobody can degrade them because of their skin color. So this is the first part of Nelson Mandela. In the next video we are going to talk about his beliefs and his struggle towards freedom, which he talks in the lesson. So this is also part of your worksheet that has just come